Cha, welcome back. It appears that out of nowhere, Preston North End has found a little bit of form, and we're not going to get excitable, just like we do all the time here on this channel, because, you know, we do like a bit of false optimism here, but instead I'm going to keep a level head for a moment and say we're doing very well because the manager is learning from his mistakes, and it seems he's reading Twitter a lot, because when we say there's a Danish duo out there that's dangerous, there's a Danish duo out there that's dangerous, and, well, you know, we produced a 3-0 victory over Coventry. But then again, we always pump Coventry quite annually anyway, so it's not, you know, Coventry's one of those sides that we should not be beating, but we do anyway. It's one of those funny ones. But in the current league table, with Coventry being a team that's above us, well, they were above us, it's a game we needed to win. Lo and behold, we've won. So this Hull City and West Brom game, which is currently live at 0-0 as of this recording, this is going to be a big game, because next week we play Hull, and West Brom will also play, I believe, Southampton at some point, or we play Southampton and West Brom play another team in and around the top 6. So these next couple of weeks are going to prove absolutely fucking vital for us getting back into the top 6, especially considering the run of form we're on lately. Look at that, we haven't lost a game in the last 6, I believe it is. We've had 4 wins, we've picked up, I think, 13 points in the last 5, which is... it's very good. It's similar to what we had at the start of the season. So keep this up, and we're in good, and it looks good. So you never know. It's like I said, it's going to be a vital couple of weeks. Nothing's final until May, but these next couple of match weeks, very important. So let's go over what we did, shall we? 10 shots, 3 on target. 10 shots, 4 on target for Cov. Now the thing is, I'm not too upset about this, because 3 shots, 3 goals. It's very, like I said, we are quite clinical recently. Apart from that own goal, but we are quite clinical recently. So it's happy days. However, the only thing is, I will say, we did not have a single shot, let alone shot on target, in the second half. Fair enough, the game was finished at half-time, pretty much, but, you know, as the Ipswich game proved, it's never over until the final whistle. Ipswich could have come back and stole points from us, so obviously the difference is, I can't tell if we were really good yesterday or if Coventry were really shit, or both, because in the first half we looked like prime fucking Barcelona against these lot. So yeah, it was a fantastic display from us attacking wise in the first half. Second half, it was managing the game incredibly well. It was the defending that we kind of need. Fair enough, we should try and produce a counter attack here and there every now and then, which we kind of did and kind of didn't, but it don't matter. But yeah, look, as we see, very early goal from Reece, you know, starting off high intensity, which is what we should be doing on the front foot straight away. Wilkie coming in to bag another one, and Mad's on for a third, but decides... People are saying it was an accident. I don't think it is. You can see in the body language of Mads the way that he sort of moves his body to the side to fall to the floor, so the ball is laid off to Bobby Thomas, and Bobby Thomas scrapes it in. I believe it was completely intentional, and it was absolutely brilliantly executed from Mads. So yeah, 3-0 up at half-time. Not their confidence. Jobs are good, and I think we played incredibly well. So then, Preston North End player ratings against Coventry. Freddie Woodman an 8. Made an excellent save just before half-time to keep out O'Hare, and then saves Sims' low shot. Stayed focused and palmed Van, however you say that, strike away on our mark. He didn't have too much to do apart from that, to be honest with you, but he took all of these things excellently. And I've noticed recently Freddie's coming off his line a lot more, which is something he never did at all at any point last season or at the start of this season when we were in good form. So Fred's got some confidence in him, and that's exactly what we need right now. Story in 8, solid night at the office up against the dangerous front 2 of Wright and Sims. A couple of vital tackles in the second half. I thought Sims had a shocker. Lindsay in 8, some crucial moments of defending in his box, and crosses came in and danger needed to be dealt with. Andrew Hughes in 8. Accomplished night's work for the Welshman, who moved to left wing back midway through the second half. Great intensity and aggression, and I'm so happy we didn't lose any men at the back post, because it looked like they were in danger of doing that at one point. Right, Alan Brown in 8. Shifted over to right wing back, did an excellent job for his team. It was his looping cross which Reece powered home early on. Very good cross. And I must say as well, at first when I saw the team sheet, I thought it was going to be McCann playing the right wing back role, and I'm very happy that it was Brown and not McCann, because I think Brown plays that role a lot better. And I think McCann did his part really well. Whiteman 8.5. Found time and space to get on the ball in the first half, played his passes nicely. Good bite in the tackle, and he was right at it from minute 1. Managed the game very well after his booking. McCann 8.5 as well, back in the team, took his opportunity, bringing the traits to the table we know he offers. Relentless in his midfield work and kept it simple in possession. Love that stuff. Some great tackles as well. Liam Miller 7.5, good battle with that guy, and had his threatening moments with other attackers causing real problems. There wasn't as great of an onus on him to provide, I don't know what that means, got him to defend when needed. I've noticed as well in recent weeks, I think teams have sussed out that Miller's one of our best players, so recently a lot of opposition sides have been sending 2 or 3 players to man mark Miller, which is leaving their box incredibly empty, which is allowing us to get some more shots forward, especially with us having more bodies forward as well. It's an incredibly I wouldn't say it's a good tactic, because it's not us that are sending their opposition to Miller. It's just them knowing they have to stop Miller because he's one of those dangerous players. And because of that, too much attention's being focused onto our wings, so that when we eventually do get players in the box, which believe it or not we do now, it's something we have been doing, running forward into the box, we have a good chance of scoring, and that's exactly how we produced a lot of our goals recently. So every fucking credit. Madsen 8, fantastic display, man of the match for me personally. Ran the hard yards while providing those touches of class again. Played a lovely weighted pass into Reece, which led in his second goal of the night. The attacking midfield role is his to lose, and I hope he doesn't lose it. Reece a 9.5. I was going to say Reece was my man of the match, because since he's come back, the guy's been a powerhouse. It's just the fact that he's having to come off at about 70-ish minutes. Obviously, he's not fully match fit just yet, but when he gets there, it's going to get back to the Emil that we all know and love from 2 years ago, 20 goals a season. Because he's come back, and he's been starting for 6 weeks now, and he's scored in pretty much every game he's played nearly, so I'm so fucking happy for Emil, because with injuries like that, you either come back and you lose your career, or you come back and you come stronger. That's exactly what's happened for Emil. Caused utter havoc in the first half, powering home a brave header, which for Emil is brave, before setting up goals 2 and 3. He looked utterly unstoppable, destructive display. I missed him so much. Keenan 8, alert on hand to double the first half lead. Wonderful composure and execution inside of the box. He was alive throughout and looked to link the game. Bargain of the fucking season. Absolutely incredible signing for us. Cunningham a 7. Came over the final 20 minutes, kept things solid at the back, read danger well and did the job. Next page. Osmajic a 6. I think Osmajic is proving to be a bit of a lost cause at the moment, personally. More minutes into his legs added freshness, couldn't sniff out the chances he would have been hoping for. I feel sorry for Millie in a sense, because he were off to a decent start not long ago, but he had a bit of a knock a while ago, and since then he's just not been the same. But then again, he's not been fed. Ledton a 6, got on for the final 10 to see the win home, same with Ben Woodburn. Josh Seary introduced in injury time for his debut, a big moment, and he looked fucking chuffed. Happy for the lad. But it's just a shame he can't get a few more minutes into his legs. But I'd imagine, just like Bestie, eventually when he's getting more into the swing of things and dealing with that intensity, I'd imagine he'll maybe get a couple more minutes. So good stuff. Right, what did Ryan Law say? I've already read a little bit of this, but we'll see what he says. I thought it was a top performance. We were on the front foot from minute 1, which we should be anyway. With a set play goal we worked on, I couldn't have asked for more, really. Coventry are a good team, and they had a go, to be fair. We were just better all around. Yeah, we played fucking really well. Probably our best game of the season. I thought the lads were fantastic in everything that they did. We were on the front foot all over the park, keeping the ball nice and simple, tiring them out a little bit. We passed through the third, got our attacking players on the front foot, ran forward and passed forward. That is attacking football, Ryan. It was excellent. I'm over the moon for the boys, but it's just another win. It's another one which takes us closer to the point tally we set yesterday. The aggression of the boys was different class, and the counter pressing at the top end of the pitch. I just said more of the same at half time. Not much. Liam Miller was well. I don't believe you said that, because we didn't do anything like that in the second half. If anything, the second half was don't let them get bodies forward. Don't commit all your bodies backwards, because like I've been saying for weeks now, we commit too many bodies backwards in the second half or when we're ahead, which allows them to get more bodies forward, which allows us, we have to be a lot busier in terms of keeping the ball out of the net, which it never works. Whereas if we have a couple bodies forward, we can at least push a counter attack. So I don't believe that for a minute, but Liam Miller was passing the ball back and not facing them up as much. I told Mads to get hold of the ball and dictate it. I didn't want any flicks or fancy stuff. I asked them to go out with the word of simplicity in their heads. If there was ever a game to be simple and effective, it's at half time, 3-0 up, they went and did that. Which I personally think is the way to play football anyway. When you see all these Premier League games of people looking like spinning jennies on the pitch and doing all this stupid shit, I don't see the point. It's not football, it's showboating. Don't showboat, keep it simple. Because when we try and showboat, it never goes well for us. So we kept it simple, on the floor, nice lovely passes, and look where it gets you. I said well done, but I would give them a bigger well done at the end, because there was 50 minutes still to play. The intent of the boys has been excellent, and I think the belief has just shot through the roof because of the results they've been getting. I know you probably want a bit more from me, but I'm just trying to be level-headed and calm. We've got 10 or 11 weeks to give it our best shot. I am over the moon, but let's just stay level-headed. Good boy. We've got that belief and mentality about us now that we can go anywhere and win. The fans can crack on and do what they're doing, supporting the lads, and they are obviously going to enjoy the moment. We are there to provide, show them what we can do, entertain them, and we'll keep doing it. The championship can just turn in a blink, so we are not getting carried away. We are right on it and at full tilt until the international break in March. I believe it's in March, unless there's another one before it, and the attitude and application on a daily basis is fantastic. And provided we can keep our form going after the international break, then it's hunky-dory, because normally after a break, we are absolutely dog shit, which is exactly what happened to us and why we had that poor turn of form not long ago. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to read his thing from the Preston website, because that's the one I caught a glimpse of. and it seemed to talk a little bit more about his second half strategy. So it says the lads were fantastic from start to finish. They're on the front foot and aggressive in everything they did. I'm seeing a team that's got a little bit of fire in their belly and loads of belief that they can win anywhere, and that's what we'll show tonight. We had a few days off last week with 3 games, and when we had 3 days build up to this game and the lads were ready, really set on doing what we are doing. They went through the pattern to play on Wednesday and Thursday superbly, and this morning we're in great spirits, and I felt it. I know it's easy for me to say that now at 3-0, but you know when you just feel a nice calmness and fire in the belly and cool heads. So they know they were coming here to fuck shit up. I said that to my brother as well before the game. They posted a video on Mads looking into the camera with a bit of a funny attitude, and I'm like, he knows he's going to come on this pitch and cause havoc, and he did. What a performance. 3-0 at Coventry is fantastic, and a fantastic 3 points. Not many teams will come here and do that, which is correct, because Coventry have only lost twice at home this season, I believe, and this is the second one. Nothing can start the game better. We don't want to read that. Ryan said it's a great shot. It's a great start, sorry. It gives you a good platform. Obviously, they were on the ascendancy, trying to get one back in terms of pushing, and then we counter-pressed, and Emil slide to Keno win. I don't know how he scored, but he scored. Then another one to see it off to 3-0 before half-time is pleasing. I didn't say too much to the boys at half-time, just more of the same, which is what you said on the other one. To be on the front foot and aggressive is in everything that you're doing. This is what I saw that really caught my eye and made me say, fucking hell, finally he's learning. Don't pass the ball back too much, because you'll give them opportunities to press us and play in their half more and have a nice calmness and composure. I've been saying that for fucking weeks. Everyone's been saying it for weeks now. Why do we drop back so much? When he was asked about this not long ago, he said, I don't tell the boys to drop back. That's bollocks. Of course you did, because everyone fucking drops back and then we lose possession and they score. But lo and behold, we don't drop everybody back. We keep some bodies forward, keeping the pressure, trying to win the possession back, and Coventry barely got a sniff. He's learning, guys. Fucking hell. And now I see Twitter is positive again. Everyone's saying, I know I said low out a couple of weeks ago, but now I want low in. Now, in terms of my opinion on that, I was asked that last night. Am I still low out? I don't know. Because to every credit to the guy, he's turned it around massively, and he's clearly had some media training. But at the same time, it's not May. When it gets to May, depending on where we are in the table and how many points we finish on, and if we can keep up what we're doing, then I will be back to lowing. The club backed him for a reason, and the reason's clearly paying off. You know, outside of the fact that we can't financially afford to do that, but the other reason in backing the project of Ryan Law, every credit, because it's clearly working its magic right now. The rest of the interview we don't really need to read. It's just more of the same. But that one part there saying don't pass the ball back too much, I'm so happy that's finally been acknowledged as a thing that we did do, and we're learning from it, because last time we did that in a game like this where we got off to a flying start, which was against Ipswich, they neither came back and drew the game up because of how much we dropped back, whereas in this game we didn't do that, and we was at no risk of losing this game, in my opinion. So every fucking credit to the manager and to the players and to the coaching staff. They got it bob on for this game. They've got it bob on for the last couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. Blackburn was a small hiccup, probably because of tired legs. You know, 3 games in a week is a lot. So, every credit, which is why I'm saying now, when it comes to next week when we play against Hull, it's a massive, massive fucking game, especially depending on the result of this West Brom and Hull game today as well. So, fingers crossed we can take more of the same into that game, because if we do, and again against Southampton the following match week, I can see us within a great chance of maybe sneaking into the top 6. Promotion is a different story, because you have to win the playoffs, but getting to the playoffs is the aim. And when you get to the playoffs, the aim is to win the playoffs. Obviously that's common sense, but you've got to get there first, and if we can sneak ourselves in there despite the goal difference and whatnot, it will show just, you know, how bad that run of form actually was for us, because the start of the season allowed us a platform to continue in the position that we're in now, where we can actually keep going with a push. That long run of bad form, yes, it shot us in the foot, but if we didn't have that run of bad form, and instead we've kept it up as we have been doing now, you know, because we didn't have injuries or because we didn't try and change it up every game, which was pointless, because now that we're not changing it up and we're sticking to a consistent formula, you know, we're winning, surprise, where would we actually be in the table? I believe we'd actually be contenders for the top 4 spots, at least. First to 4. We'd be clashing heads with Leeds and Southampton, at least. So, you know, if nothing happens this season, then hopefully we can take the knowledge from this season into next season and have a proper fucking good go. But as it stands, very happy, and every credit, because it's getting a lot better. Every week it's getting better to watch, and it's just, it builds belief, it really does. So fingers crossed we can keep that up. So thanks to Tom for listening in, and we'll hopefully bring you back with some more good news next week when we beat Hull 4-1.